afternoon everybody, and how are you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business called The Flower Patch, where I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements from wreaths, door swags, things for your home, things for your garden like hanging baskets, flower pot arrangements, wall arrangements, weddings, funeral tributes and much more. Right, today guys, I've decided I'm going to do a wreath today, and I'm going to do it as with as little elements in it as possible. I know I say this every time, but I'm going to try. So I've brought the camera down so we can do the bow first, but I will place it back up. But before we start, I'd wish to thank everybody who has sent me messages, you know, of well wishes for my mum who's in hospital. It is very, very touching and heartwarming of you, and very, very kind. The update on my mum is that she is okay. She's still slightly confused, but they are giving her antibiotics intravenously on a drip straight into her arm, and she's having the renal clinic come to see her hopefully today, and concerning her kidneys as well, and hopefully we'll get some positive news from that. And I did see on the video when I analysed it yesterday, I said kidney transplant. I'm so sorry, that's really awful. I meant to say dialysis, so I'm really apologise for the mistake that I said. I couldn't believe it when I actually heard it, so I meant dialysis, so I'm so sorry. Even though her kidneys are not working correctly anyway, but they're not that far to have a transplant. She's at the stage of dialysis, so my apologies. But she is okay. She's had a little bit of food. She's still slightly you know, not asking for any help if she's in pain. That's just my mum. She doesn't like to be a burden upon people. But thank you, you know, everybody, for your wishes, and you know, again, it's really touching. So today, like I say, we're going to do a wreath. I'm going to go through what elements I've got. The ribbon that I've chosen is just 2 ribbons, one in, you know, a very light pink, and I have also decided I'm going to use this burlap ribbon, which, you know, this hessian ribbon, should I say, and I thought, why not get some of that in. I've had a look at another roll, but it's too wide, and I don't want it too wide. I want them both, you know, at the same, at 38mm, which is 1.5 inches wide. So that's what we're using for that. And I want tail ends, long tail ends on this, so I can do like the waterfall effect. Now, I've hardly got anything. Oh, if you can hear a noise, guys, it's them guys outside. Now again, I like wispy, but oh, and I've got Marley here as well, but I like wispy. So I've got out my oddments of my foxtail fern, which is flocked, which we're going to use this in it for the wispy. Oh guys, I've got out these, what I ordered the other day, and I've got a feeling if Marley sees them, he'll want to play. I don't know how many I'm going to use, but I've got out these also, which I'm going to cut down. I've just bought out 5 stems. I doubt I'm going to use that, but I've got those out. And then I've also got out my pink and lilac-y pink tarrogan. It's very soft. Oh, one's just popped off. Why does every time I show you something pops off? I'll find it. And we're going to use some of that around the bow and maybe around the wreath as well. So on this occasion, I don't mind if I can see the woody effect on the wreath. That's it for our for our foliage, guys. There's not much. I am considering I may get some fern. I don't know. I ought to have brought it here really. But for our foliage, I've got these. Aren't they lovely? There's 4 stems on one bunch, but then on one stem you get 4 pieces or sprogs or sprigs, whichever people call them. So we're going to use those lovely pink and white blossoms. And then I've got some hyacinth. I've got it in pink and white. I don't know which colour. There may be too much if I place the pink in, so I've got the white out as well. I've got out what I used yesterday, the astilbe with a bit of heather, in the colour like a vintage pink. And here he is, a vintage pink with a bit of white foliage. Oh, I cut some of that off and I placed it on its own pick. I might get that out just to add a bit of white. Amals, they're not real, don't go and sit on them. So that's what we're doing. Let me just get some. I don't want all of this, guys. I just can't be bothered to just grab bits. My fern and that white. There's only a few of these that I cut off, and ruscus. So I may use that in it as well. So we'll keep them by our side. So we'll just place those there while we do our bow. Let me grab my scissors. So let's wonder if I can get this on here. So I thought I'd do the bow and then that's out of the way. Whether I place it on first, I doubt it, but we'll see. You never know. I change my mind. So again, sorry for and apologies for the noise, guys, in the background. It is the it's that machine that goes underground and it vacuums the soil and I don't know, it vacuums it, it goes into the actual truck, it does something in the truck, I don't know, and then it brings it back out all fine and lovely. So who knows. Right, at the top I'm only doing small, which will be say about a 6-inch tail end at the top. It's going to be at the bottom where it's going to be much longer. So I'll twist on our bow maker, and because we've got long bits, I want this to be seen on the back, so I'm going to go to 6 inches to the bottom of my bow maker. Twist again and do 6 inch on there. And I'm going to do 2 each side. Again, I don't want a big you know, layer upon layer, because I'm trying to make it as with fewer elements as possible, so I don't want the bow to be, you know, with lots lots of layers on either. So I've got 2 either side. So my tail end I will bring quite far down to around here. I haven't measured it, I'm just playing it safe. So we'll do the same with our pink. We'll just dovetail that. I'll measure it at the side of the hessian. It's about that. And I'm going to go 5" with this one. So I'm going shorter with this. So that will be around there. Twist again, and I'm going to do 5 on this side. Twist again. And just do that until you've done as many layers as you'd like. And then I'm going to bring that down also. To the bottom. Now I want another piece of this. I just dovetail, and I'm going to place another piece in here, and I'm going to twist it, and I'm going to do just a 4" loop, and then hang that down as well. So I've got just a centerpiece in the center. So once I've done that, I will get my cable tie, bring them up to the top, place it around there. Just thread it through. Now I'm going to use a floral wire, so I'm going to go, let's move that through the cable tie at the back, like so. So I'm just going to pull it not too tight, because I am wanting to, move my tail ends into position where I would like them to sit. So these are at the top, the smaller ones. So we'll place those up there. Get the long ones down to the bottom, like so. So just then manipulate your loops into position. And then we have one in our center. The hessian, this hessian I've got hasn't got wire in, but once it sits at the back of the wreath, it will lean and stay in position. It's just ones like so. So we've got long tail ends like that. So once I'm happy, I will pull tight, snip that off, and then I will get my floral wire and I will hold the bow to twist, not, I don't twist with the wire, because by twisting with the wire sometimes it has a tendency to snap off. So I hold the bow and twist a couple of times with the bow. That is all that is needed, guys, no more really. So let me just dovetail the ends on here. I may cut these down again depending on how long they are on the wreath when we start filling it in. Oops, a daisy. So remove that. Just place our pins in the ribbon. If you haven't got any pins to place in your ribbon to hold it in place, just get a little bit of sellotape, because sometimes you purchase your ribbons and they come with the sellotape on them anyway, holding them in place. So just do that, guys. Or get a piece of floral wire, bend it over like the U shape like that, obviously cut it there, and then just place that in, and that will hold them as well. So I'll just place the scissors there. See, Marley's now sat all over the flowers. He thinks he's going to settle down and go to sleep. These down here. Right, let's just get our wreath. I am using a 12-inch wreath today. I do want this to be placed here in the center, or I may actually bring it slightly up, and I want, when I say waterfall effect, where it's looped, and then I fasten it like that, and then you have it hanging. So we'll place that just over here for now. Why are you sitting all over my flowers? He doesn't like it when I'm moving. Right, we're going to put the camera up. Around so. Yeah, you don't like it, guys, when I'm moving. So we're going to start with, let's move my chair out the way now, with the wispy bits. I'm going to cut some off again. I'm not saying I'm going to use all of them. Oops, the daisy. I'll save that because it's really extremely long. I'm going to cut up 2 to start with. Let's get those out of the way. Place those there because I like space. Where's the extra? I saw. Right. Oh, here it comes. Right, I'm going to place in excuse me guys, and again there's not going to be much element, and it's going to be really wispy in some places especially. So where I've placed that, that's really going over. I'm going to place one down here as well. And you can bring, you know, bend it to however you'd like. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to be doing that. I will bring some inwards also. So let's bring one in. Okay. Let's bring us. So it looks like it's meeting. Again, you can bend it down. Again, if you think that that's too long, I may chop it and use it around here. In fact, it looks slightly long. So let's just chop that bit off. I may do the same up here. I don't want it to look silly, guys. Let's do it like that first, and then we'll do it in smaller stages. And we'll bring that one like that. We'll do it like that. Because we don't want it looking daft. The ones here I can bring here, so they will come. So I'm going to place that down so that can come up. Let's see. Do that with that one. And there's pieces here that I want sticking out, but I don't want them sticking out really, really long. I'm going to bring one here where there's a gap. Like that. I think I'll bring one there. Chop that one off and do the same with that. Now let's have a look. Right, we'll cut a few of these off. Shorter stems. be sticking out from the side. Like so. And then we're going to have some longer wispy bits in. We don't just want it to look like it's just ending. We've got to give a bit of movement. And let that come in slightly. Bring I don't think that one's going to sit properly. No, let's pull that out. We'll use that one like we did with this one. Letting it come in. Let's see if these will do it. Yeah. I want some, you know, in the center as well. I don't just want it around the side. I got my 2 hanging baskets finished yesterday, guys. I've just got, I took a photograph, sent it to the lady. She thinks they're absolutely beautiful, really nice and full. Now her sister wants exactly two exactly the same. So I've had to reorder some of the same flowers of what the ladies had. Just manipulate and bend them, just bend a few into place, you know, so it's not flat again. Fortunately that hasn't got wiring, so that won't bend. So let me just place those there. So let's see, by adding some fern. I mean, I don't know how many I'm adding. I don't need that much. So we're going to go just slightly, again, just out on the outer side, just to add a little bit of more movement and different texture with the wispy foliage. I'm using the light one because it's the same colour as what, oh, I've just pulled that off, what this wispy one is. Stick that leaf back on that I've just pulled off. Oops, oh my goodness. Now these I've got wire in so I can bend them to the shape of this wispy foliage. Now as we're here, I want these to come out. Taking in mind that here is where our bow will sit. So that goes there, and I'm just going to manipulate it just slightly to give that little bit of curve. Molly hasn't been in for a while. He's been out at night, he won't come in. Oh, I don't want that one there. Oh, here he is, talk of the devil. As soon as I mention his name, he appears. Don't you, Marley? Just push that in. You appear, and I can't work because you're in my way. You see how he doesn't move? He won't move, guys. Honestly. He will stay. Oops, that one's come out from the side. Right, that one's slightly come out the stem from the side, so I'm going to snip that off. That doesn't happen very often to me, guys. So, just slightly bring that down. I think I want to place one more on the edge or around here. But I want two in the center. I'm going to cut these shorter, and I'm going to have these coming in as well. Let's bring it there. Sort that out in a moment. Let me just... I've got on these that I've purchased. Let me pull this out and reposition it. Oh, on these that I purchased, these wreaths, they have wire around them, and in some places they are sharp. And I catch my hand on them. So now let me just sort that one out at the bottom. So I'm not going to put any more in as of yet. So we'll place that on the end. The reason I've gone in the centre is basically, if I just chop one of these off, I perhaps will cut these down. Let me cut it. Yeah. I want to bring some in like that around the bow, if you can see what I mean. Something like that around the bow. So that's the reason that I brought some foliage within the centre. Let me just cut those there a minute. Right, I have my foxtail fern, but I may place, let's have a look. Now these are my oddments. Yeah, let's get these in. I want to place some on around the floral as well. And I've placed some of these on single stems. As well. I'm going to cut several. Let's just try these. These are the ones he likes because they are wispy. So again, bring some in. And if you want that volume and you don't want your arrangement to be flat, once you've placed it in, instead of just leaving it how it falls, then just stem outwards this way. To, you know, if it's you're doing it as it's looking at you, bend it towards yourself, and then that brings out that volume, and that gives it that movement and the bouncy feeling. I'm going to place some on the outer side as well. Just place one. I like movement in my arrangements. As you know, guys, I like the wispiness. So now some of these are in threes and on shorter stems. But I'm going to place the odd ones around the back. Oops. Oh, I had a delivery apparently today. They said they missed me. I've left a sign on my door, and it's always on the door, Monday to Friday. Please, you know, knock on the workshop as I'm working inside. Nobody knocked, and then I got an email saying, sorry we missed you, you wasn't in. Do you ever get that, guys? And it annoys me because I'm sat inside, you know, working away, and they say I wasn't in. So then I send emails back saying I was in. There's a letter, you know, there's a note for you on the door. So obviously the delivery guy doesn't read it. Right, so that's all I'm going to use of those, just to give it that little wispy bit, a spidery look. So again, I'm not using too much today. Place those there. Right, florals, Marley. Let's just cut. Now, as I say, these have 4 stems on each, and you can leave them like that and place them in like so, which I think I may do, or you can chop them off and do them individually. I think I may place them on as they are. Let me take this plastic off. And again, just manipulate these, because this is, like I say, this is going to be a wispy arrangement. Yes? So I'm going to place one around here, and I'm going to, you know, manipulate it so it's inside some of the foliage as well, to give it that look, if my cat lets me. Just turn it this way so I can see where I want. Just get that foxtail fern out of the way. So it's like that, and I'm going to do the same on the bottom, and I'm going to bring one around here. So just bend those in and incorporate them within the arrangement. That's supposed to be up there. You can bring some down as well, so it's spread along. Like so. And then I've got, oops daisy, one that I want to place here, and then one here. And then again, my bow, I think the tail ends may be too long. I'd like that, just sit there, to sit here. So I may place the bow after I place these in, so that I can then work around. Let's see. Let me just cut these a little. Now because they're there, I'm going to bend these and bring these up to come out. I'm going to make sure that they join in with the ones here. I don't want, you know, them to look like there's a space. I want them to look like they're flowing through with each other. And same with these. Oh, here he goes, wandering around. So we'll place that one there, so that looks like it's with that. Bring some of the foliage through. So you have it like so. So it looks like it's carrying on throughout. So let's get our bow. So 1, 2. I will fluff the bow up properly once it's attached, and go through the grapevine. Got one piece through. There we have it. Just pull that one and then that one. So that, and then once you've got it around the back, twist it. Twist the wire around each other. And then just cut off. I tend to leave about 1 inch, and then before I cut it, and then place the wire back inside the wreath. Now they are quite long, really long. So what I want to do, those, let me just grab . Bit in the middle. Bring that one up there. Let me just face it towards me, guys. I find it quite hard to do it back to front bows. So bring that one up there. because this hasn't got anything to hold it, I'm going to lean it on something, you know, on the foliage. Like so. So then I'm going to I don't know, I may not have enough room. I could. Let's just see, guys. Oh no, that looks horrid. I was going to try and do the waterfall. I think I'm just going to have to let them hang because I've not got enough room to do the waterfall effect. So let me chop them. So I'm gonna have them, let's say, yeah, around there. Oops. Just bring them through the floral so they sit like that instead. I just didn't have enough room, guys, unfortunately. Yes, so that's what we've done with our bow. So now I can work around the bow. Oh gosh, Marley. And again, what I wanted to do with these was, because they are a different colour, the lilac and pink together, I wanted to bring those around. I don't need another stem of those, so we'll place those back. I don't need another stem of those, the long wispy bits. So let's just move those before my cat decides he likes to chew. So we've got room. So we'll keep that one out. And we'll place that one away. So I just think we may have too much. I think the white, guys. I think if you look at it, I think the pink, it's just too much because we have a lot of pink. It's just too much. So we won't be using those. So I'll place those out of the way. And let me just, I like to just check things before I decide I'm going to use them. That's quite pretty. Yeah, I'm going to use those. I don't need no more of those. Oh my gosh, doesn't it just sort itself out really quickly? So we are left with our white ones out of the pink and white. I've left a stem here because I may need more than just 4 here. And our white ruscus, what I cut off of these with the astilbe and heather. So that's what we are left with. So Marley's got plenty of room. So now what I'm going to do is bring some of this tarrogan, this lilac tarrogan, around the bow. I don't want it sticking out too much on this. The thing that I wanted sticking out was the blossom and the wispy bits. I didn't want, you know, anything else really sticking out. I wanted to bring those around each other. And then close them together. Like so. And then I even want to bring them here, so it's like your focal point is around your bow. We just go under. I may need again to add more of this in. It's beautiful stuff. I always forget where I get things from. I have to look at my invoices. So I'm going to need some more. I want some around here. Even though I've got one there, you can barely see it. I want another one here. So I'm going to place another one around here. Just turn it around, everybody, so I can see under here where I need to place it. To make it so it's making it look quite bushy. So let me just get this taller piece in out of the two. And I think, let's have a look. I think we need one there. And that should be plenty around the bow. So you have, doesn't that look pretty? Doesn't that look pretty with all of your tarragon, your lilac and white tarragon just placed around the bow? You see, now we've placed in something behind the hessian because it's not wired. It's holding it forward and it's also keeping it in place so it's not flopping anywhere. So hence, if I ever use it, and you can buy it with wire in it, but if I ever use it and it's not got wire in, I always like to place something especially behind it, what's going to hold it in place to stop it looking like it's flopping everywhere. It basically supports it. So I may, with this, bring some white out. I don't even know if I want to use these now. I think if anything I'd use those. Yeah, we'll keep those out. And again, these are push-ups anyway, and because we've got the white in here, we could incorporate just a single, you know, what I've placed on picks, as well as these with the astilbe and heather and a bit of foliage. Again, I'm pushing the foliage up and pushing them up because they are push-ups to the top, so I can get the best out of the using foliage and have a bit of a different variety to mix in with the arrangement. So how many have I got? 5. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's basically 12 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Oh, let me think as you're looking at it. Let's get this right. 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 8. Oh, I don't know now. Or let me just place them in and I'll let you know as we go, as we go along. So let me just get this one in place. I may need a white in with it. Yeah. So let me get a white, single white with it as well. Just to fill that little gap there. So I think every time I place one of these, and I will place a white, also ruscus in with it. I'm going to place these at the back. I don't want them at the front because I want that to be our focal point. Let's get a white. I will turn it around, guys. I just need to see at the back. Usually my back's, doing it at the back is easier for me. If I just cut these all ready. Again, there's not much in it. I didn't place a lot of elements. Didn't snip the bottom bit off. So then I'm going to place one around 9 o'clock. And this is just adding that little bit of texture as well. With the astilbe and the heather. And then one more nearer to the end. I'll just move this forward. Let's have a look, make sure it's sat where it should be, and that in the centre. Just here. So I have 3 left. Do I place 3? No, I'm not gonna place any more in because I don't want to spoil the tarragon. So guys, that's all I'm going to do to it. As I stated from the beginning, see, I've got, let me get a pick because I didn't find where this came from. So I'm going to place it in on its own. Let's just see where I should place it. Here. Yeah, I said, like I say from the beginning, I'm not using a lot of elements. We're going to have it quite minimal, not much in it. And just to show that you can make something look beautiful just with hardly anything in it. Let me come and stand from the front just to see if I need anything else. No, I don't want anything else. I just wanted it wispy with the tarragon. Let me just push that one back a little. Bring that tarragon forward. Yeah. Just so we could see, the bow in the centre with a bit of floral, spiky floral, a very, very minimal amount of foliage. Majority of the foliage is very airy, you can hardly see it. I think the foliage that you do spot more than anything is the fern. But basically what your eye draws to is the bow and around the centre. Let me just place that back in place. I think like that. So yes, it's around there. So that's all, because if I added any floral, it's going to take that look away from the tarragon. So I just want to leave it as airy as possible and not do anything else with it, and just make it look simple. So this is something very easily done, for beginners. Let me move that facing outwards. What beginners can do. There's not much to it. Again, there's only a minimal amount of foliage placed in. And there isn't really much to it, but it makes it look beautiful. So I think I've got 1, 2, 3 different foliages, and 2 of those are airy, which are the viney type ones, and these foxtail fern. And this is also airy, but it's just wider and bigger. So that's really all. And then you have your very airy blossoms, and then you just have these are quite full, So that is what makes this around the bow. So they are much fuller, but that gives off that beautiful look around the centre of your bow. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I quite like that. I really do. I might order these in different colours. I've only got them in this colour. They do them, I think, in white, this colour. Are you looking at it? This colour, cerise. I can't remember. Maybe purple. So I may order them in different colours and try it with another colour. But yeah, I like that. So I hope again you enjoyed that, guys. And if you're a beginner, you know, give something like this a go. You'll really enjoy it. See, I've got that wire there again. Let me just. I keep catching my hand on it. Give it a go. Let me just move this along and see what you come up with, whether it be in something, you know, with the blossoms, or try, you know, another floral what's airy like this. You could use, let me see, what have I got? You could use stems and get oh gosh, I forgot what they're called. Oh my good gracious me. Delphiniums. You could pull off the flowers from the delphiniums and place them on picks and use those with a bit of foliage around them. I'm trying to think what else I've got, what you could use. You know what would be nice? Orchids. Orchids. A wreath full of orchids. That'd be nice. That really would be nice. Or you could just use the wispy daisies and things like that. They would be nice. Or, you know, if you like, with it being, you know, spring, and you like your daffodils, do one with just daffodils. Or you could do wild daisies, or just one with gypsophilia on long stems. That's also would look lovely. And again, just add a bit of wispy foliage to it. Just minimalise it and don't put too much thick foliage in, or try to steer away from it and just keep it as it is, and it still looks beautiful without having thick leaves. So again, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Please subscribe, share and like. I'm going to be going to ring my mum before I carry on to see if she's okay. That's if she answers her phone. Again, do it in different colours or do it in the same. Do it on a smaller wreath if you're just practicing and you're new to it and you think, you know, well, I'm a bit weary and a bit scared of trying it on a bigger wreath or on a bigger scale. Try it on a smaller scaled wreath. You know, this is only a 12-inch, so it's not really big. Try it on a 10-inch, you know, just smaller, and come out as far as you want. You don't have to come out as far as I've done. You know, you can just bring it out 6-inch if you like. This has probably come out a good, oh, it's got to be a good 10-inch. So probably around, it ends up around 22-inch this wreath. So I hope you enjoyed it, and take care, everybody. Stay safe. I'm going to get him out of here because I've got things to do, and I know he's going to be wanting to play with them. Oh, and I will show you the wreath. Let me grab one. Let me just move this, and I'll do a close-up on these, on this wreath. Let me just grab one, guys. They're all quite big. Oh, and heavy. Oh. The lady's had a different colour. She's had 2 of these. And this is what she's had you see what I mean? He's ever so stubborn. He will not move for nobody. So she's had it with the champagne wisteria, grey roses, ivory coloured dahlias. She's had grey little wildflowers, peachy coloured daisies, and she's had fern, willow, I have to think then, calla lilies. She's had peonies in green and in a cream colour, eucalyptus, the silver dollar. She's had some foxtail fern placed in as well, and she's had some conifer in as well, some cypress leaves, and yeah, some white wild flowers also. So that's what she's had in. Oh, come on, move out my way. In her hanging basket. So I've shown her the picture of it. Oh, and she's had some with astilbe as well. I've shown her the picture and she's more than happy with it. She can't wait to get them on her front door. She just now wants a wreath, a love heart wicker, a white one, doing with the same flowers in it. So I've got 2 of these that I've done. So I've got to do another 2 in different colours as well. So they're very heavy, but they're very full. But that's what the customer requested, and that's what the customer gets. So there we have it. So again, I'm going to do a close-up of this, guys, and again, please subscribe and share and like, it's just so it gets my business recognised, and so I can get some new subscribers who are wanting to have some nice ideas as well, and some inspirations for beginners as well, or the advanced people, to do something, you know, different, or something to help them with their colour scheme as well. So oh, and if you haven't, you know, so you're only a beginner and you need help with your colour chart, here is a colour chart. Try and invest. I mean, this I've had years, guys. It's a bit worn, but try and invest in a colour wheel. That will help you place your colours together in your wreaths, your arrangements, anything you do. It's got a triangle, or a couple of triangles in the centre where it's the triad, the split complementary, the tetrad as well. So if you're deciding you want, say, yellows, so, and you want to do the split complementary where it states it there, and that's the white triangle, follow the arrow at the top onto yellow, and there's your yellow as it states here at the top, yellow. So then once you've got it on yellow, you can use those colour yellows, but then go to the bottom here and it will show you you can use blue, violet, and go to this side and it also states you can use those sort of shades, red, violet, to go with your yellow. I mean, we all know that green goes with it, and that is how it helps you choose your colour scheme to go with it. I've used pink, so I mean on this one it hasn't really got pink, so it's more than likely on the reddy colour, because there's like a pinky colour just there at the top. And if I wanted anything to go with that, it's showing me I can use those colours with it, but also green and the bluey green as well. You've got this on the back also. You've got warm colours. Let's have a look. There's a pink on the red and violet, and then it's showing you you can use like purples, yellows, and adding a bit of red. And it's got all the instructions here on how to use it, and that also helps you to choose your colours for your arrangements. As you can see, I've used pink and I've got violet or lilac with it, so it does help. I mean, obviously there'll be more updated than this. I think I may get a more of an updated one, because this is, guys, I didn't say, but this is around 15 years old plus, so I perhaps need a new one. So to get a more up-to-date one, I think I may invest in one. Not that I need it, but it's a good thing to have just in case. So I just thought I'd let you know. It's just called the Florist Colour Wheel Chart. You can get them anywhere, guys, absolutely anywhere. So again, I hope you enjoyed what we've done. It may not have been a long video, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like the style of this, where it's nice and wispy. It's very summery, you know, and it looks lovely. It's got a lot of movement, as you can see. If the wind blows, you know, it will move a lot. It would be recognised if you had it on your door from the street. You know, the lovely colours. So give it a go. Really, guys, give it a go. So enjoy the rest of your day. Again, please subscribe, share and like, and have a wonderful day. Take care, good health everybody, and stay safe. I love you all, and thanks so much for all your wonderful comments towards my mom. God bless. Bye bye for now. Right, let's just do a close up. Right, there's the bow with the hessian, and there's the tarrogan. Look, isn't it lovely? Really pretty, and it's flocked. It's got like like a darker purple leading to, or lilac leading to a pink on the tips. And then you've got your pink and your hessian bow. You've got your foxtail fern, the flocked foxtail fern here. You've got your wispy viney bits, your blossoms on single, you know, just singular stems sticking out. You've got your Himalayan maidenhair fern here. You've got your astilbe with a bit of heather, and your white ruscus attached with it. And that's really it, guys. And nothing more to it. But that's the outcome at the end of it. What you can achieve with just a minimal amount of floral and foliage. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Have a wonderful day. Take care. I love you all. Bye for now. Bye bye. Oh, Molly says bye. Molly, say bye. Bye. There you go. Bye, guys. Bye bye.